Hello, I'm Becky Lou Hobbs. I'm a Wake County resident for over 40 years, District 4 resident for more than 15 years. I'm a mother of 3 children who have been or are attending Wake County Public School System. I say this because I was reviewing meetings from the past several weeks, and there seemed to be a question of who should be allowed to give public comment at board meetings. So I'll remind you that I began by contacting my board representative, who never responded. So I started coming to board meetings. And in that time, I've addressed mask mandates, medical mandates, schools denying children their education, and more. And then there's the ethical issues of when the board appointed somebody who's a non-resident to District 4, restricting First Amendment rights, violating open meeting laws, just to name a few. What has been the board's response? Sometimes they've been texting and tweeting. Sometimes there's been eye rolls. But for the most part, no response. So let's get back to the First Amendment rights, particularly freedom of speech. Martin recently complained that school board candidates are using public comments to campaign. Yet each week, Martin campaigns for COVID restrictions, medical tyranny in his opening comments. And then in June, he spent about 10 minutes publicly condemning a House bill and disparaging parents. There was nothing ever said about that publicly. Which leads me to my next point. Each week, you read Policy 2310. And how this board applies this policy has been inconsistent, and it's been sometimes one-sided. The board has allowed public commenters to disparage concerned parents many times and have allowed continued name-calling during public comments. And I'm going to say that on both sides. Right-wing extremists and bigots are just a few of the colorful names used in the past few months, but if you go through, there are dozens and dozens more. The board continues to violate this policy, as sometimes they have implied that parents are bullies. And then there's the gaslighting by the board, with the preschool teacher in Fuquay-Varina. Wake County announced that she resigned, yet the board continues to comment and support commenters that say she was forced out. So I ask you, which is it? Did you lie regarding the press release that she resigned voluntarily, or are you lying about her being forced out to support an agenda? You can't have both. Now let's move on to the board's inaction of keeping our kids safe. All of you have addressed this. Representative Aaron Perret emailed 2 board members about applying for available SRO grants from the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction, of which you ignored. Instead, you applied for $600,000 in grants for badges. Why did you ignore protecting our kids? Why are you following a directive from the NCAE? And I'm shocked that you ignore a representative. Thank you.